All right, let's get this show started!
Daniel Cormier reveals injury. Shavkat Rakhmonov fought through to beat Ian Garry at UFC 310. Ian Garry came away from UFC 310 this past weekend with the opinion that even though he suffered his first loss to Shavkat Rakhmonov, it didn't feel like a setback. The two undefeated welterweights met in the co-main event on Saturday night where at the end of 5 rounds, the number 1 contender got his hand raised via unanimous decision. This result saw Rakhmonov's 100% finishing rate come to an end as he went to the scorecards for the first time in his pro career. His output is largely what won him 3 of the 5 rounds on the scorecards as he landed some effective strikes and grappled with Garry without ever really putting him in serious danger. In fact, it was the Irishman that had the best moment of the fight after he took his opponent's back in the 5th round and tried to lock up the rear naked choke. Garry has received a lot of credit in the aftermath of the fight, and rightfully so, but new information also points to a reason why Rakhmonov may have looked far more beatable than in the past. Daniel Cormier posted his immediate reactions to the fights on his YouTube channel as he reflected on the night's action whilst still being sat cage-side at the T-Mobile Arena. After saying that he didn't think Rakhmonov looked at his best on December 7th, DC states that the Kazakh fighter suffered an injury before the fight which he says may have been a torn MCL. Though Garry still deserves praise for his performance, this would also make his opponent's display more impressive considering what he was potentially fighting through. The severity of the injury may also impact the time frame for his welterweight title fight with Belal Muhammad that was originally set to take place at UFC 310. Shavkat Rakhmonov did not look like himself, even though I learned after that he had an injury. I think he might have torn his MCL going into the fight. Granted, with a torn ligament in your knee, you're not going to look like the killer that you looked like in fights prior. There was also some speculation online that Rakhmonov addressed this during his post-fight interview with Joe Rogan, but the translator did not relay that information, though this isn't confirmed.